Find the solution to the following system of equations. The first one is f of x is equal to 5 over x plus 7, and the second is g of x is equal to 10 over 5x minus 1. That is, we have to find a point in a coordinate plane which is common to both the functions. That is, on drawing the graph of these functions, let us say, for example, this is the graph of the first function f of x, and the second function g of x. Its graph can go this way, I think, like, and the other function. Just I am drawing an approximate graph. On drawing the graphs, we are seeing that they intersect. This blue and red graphs are intersecting at this one point, and that there is a chance of intersecting on extending or not, we do not know. We have to draw the graph and verify how many solutions are possible. Okay, so we are trying to find a point which is common to both the functions. Precisely here, these two are rational functions we have because of the presence of a polynomial in the denominator, right? So let us go ahead and find, not by drawing the graphs, but using our knowledge of algebra, right? So here f of x, you know that f of x is nothing but y. That is the value of this function for that x. When x equal to something, whatever you get, that's the value of y. In any, like, x comma y are the coordinates of a point. This y is a function of x. So that name of the function can be either f or g, whatever it is, that it is the second coordinate. So here we are writing this f of x as y equal to 5 over x plus 7, and g of x, this is the second coordinate, that is y equal to 10 over 5x minus 1. I have rewritten this as y equal to 5 over x plus 7, and g of x is again y equal to 10 over 5x minus 1. Now, as the left hand sides are same, I'll equate those two right hand sides and write down as 5 over x plus 7 is equal to 10 over 5x minus 1. That is, this piece, the right hand side of the first function is equal to the right hand side of the second. Now we have transformed this given system of equations as a single equation. Right? You have two rationals separated by equality, and it became an equation. And from this point on, we just have to follow the process of solving rational equations. So how do you do that? In order to solve, first I have to find the least common denominator between those two. That is here x plus 7 by itself, and there the 5x minus 1 also by itself. So I'll take least common denominator is the product of those two, x plus 7 times 5x minus 1. Cancel this. Okay, 5x minus 1, that is the least common denominator between those two fractions here. I considered x plus 7 and 5x minus 1. Now I have to multiply this whole expression by the LCD. Okay, so I write here x plus 7 times 5x minus 1 times the left hand side, that is 5 over x plus 7. 5 over x plus 7. Let me have it in parentheses just to avoid any confusion. Now on the right hand side also I'll multiply by the LCD, that is x plus 7 times 5x minus 1 times, what is my right hand side, 10 over 5x minus 1. So 10 divided 5x minus 1. Alright, so we didn't change anything except multiplying by the least common denominator. Okay, so now what happens to the left hand side? I'm seeing this whole piece is in the numerator, and in the denominator I'm saying x plus 7. So that numerator is x plus 7, denominator is x plus 7, cancelled one time and one time here, leaving behind 5 times 5x minus 1. I'll write. You can even write it as 5x minus 1 times 5, just the same thing. So 5 times 5x minus 1 is equal to, on my right hand side we have 5x minus 1 on the top, that is numerator, and 5x minus 1 in the denominator, cancelled one time. So leaving behind what we have here, 10 times x plus 7. 10 times x plus 7. So our equation is further simplified from the denominators by multiplying the whole of the expression here by the least common denominator. What we did is the denominator piece is cancelled. Sometimes we also call it as by the process of cross multiplication. We say just it's cross multiplying, that is 5 times 5x minus 1, 10 times 7x plus 1. Instead of using a cross multiplication, I just said multiply by the least common denominator to get the same thing. Okay, now let us distribute 5 times 5x and then 5 times 1. 5 times 5x is 25x, and 5 times this negative 1 gives you negative 5, that is equal to 10 times x, 10x, and 10 times 7, that is 70. Now solve for x. I'll take away 10x on the left hand side, subtract 10x on both sides, and at this point you can even remove this 5 and send it to the left hand side, I mean right hand side, sorry. Plus 5 plus 5, I added 5. So two things I did in one, like we saved one step. One thing I did, what? This 10x I want to cancel from the right hand side. That's why I subtracted 10x. Whatever I did on the right hand side, did the same on the left hand side. And I don't want this 5 on the left hand side. So in order to move it to the right hand side, I added 5. Thereby it got cancelled. I'll show you this thing. Minus 5 plus 5 cancelled. Plus 10x minus 10 cancelled. So now 25x minus 10x gives you 15x is equal to 70 plus 5 is 75. Now it is 15 times x. It's a multiplication, so I'll do the opposite of multiplication, that is division. Divide by 15 on the left hand side and also on the right hand side to give us 15x over 15 is just x. These two cancelled out. X is equal to 75 divided by 15 is how much? It is 5. So that is your answer. For x equal to 5, whenever x is equal to 5, this 5 over x plus 7 will be same as 10 over 5x minus 1. You can verify and see that when x equal to 5, what happens here? 5 divide 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7, that is how much? 12. So 5 over 12. This one. And the second function here, 10 over x is 5, so 5 times 5, 25 minus 1, that is 24. 10 over 24, 10 over 24 or 10 divided 24 is same as 5 over 12, right? It's the fraction when you simplify, 5 divides 2 times, and here 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 12 is 24, right? So my point will be the coordinate. We are looking for this answer here. X is 5, 5 comma 5 over 12. That is the solution for this system of equations. So how did you do this? Initially I wrote this f of x as y and g of x is also y, and then you equated those two right hand sides and solved for x by multiplying both the sides by the least common denominator, simplifying and solving for x. We got the value of x, and that value of x on substitution gave you y, and your solution is I have x value 5 and y value 5 over 12. This one ordered pair is the solution. Okay, now we will verify this by drawing its graph using this Desmos graphic calculator. Let us verify. So the first one, what is my first function? 5 over x plus 7. Okay, 5 over x plus 7, 5, then divide x plus 7, that's 1, and the second function is 10 over 5x minus 1. 10 over 10 divide 5x, 5 here, x minus 1. Okay, so now those two graphs, the red graph is 5 over x plus 7 and the blue one is 10 over 5x minus 1. They are meeting at this particular point over here, x equal to 5. Here this is the value of x, that's 5, and y is 5 divided 12, and that in decimal form is 0.417. So you can verify. And the other side, this left end, it goes on and on, but they will not meet anywhere. So that's the reason we have just one solution, one value for x, we are seeing here at 5, when x equal to 5, this is the 5, sorry, between 4 and 6, that's 5, we got it. Now, after understanding the whole process, please go to this problem. F of x equal to 7 over x plus 3 and g of x equal to 8 over x minus 2. Try to solve and verify your answer. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.